Hi boys and girls. For those of you that are interested in making an Australian style Aboriginal painting, something like that, maybe having some turtles in there, I just wanted to show you one way that you might make it so that it's an easier process for you. So the first step in this would be, obviously after sketching in your sketchbook some ideas, taking the paper and a pencil and just dividing it into a few major sections. Okay, that is step one. Step two is going to be choosing a color scheme and painting in all of those sections with that color scheme and giving it time to dry. That's really important. The next step, it's actually kind of a combination between those steps, is taking more of the colors that you had and just adding some more designs. Pretend that these black ones aren't here yet. So as you can see, I'm adding some green circles, adding a few orange areas. So making more patterns on top of what you already have. Once that is dry, that's when you start adding the black. Now there's a few ways to add the black. I think in this one I used some Sharpies. I also used some paint in here, and I think I used some paint markers. So there's many ways to do it. If you have a larger area, you are going to want to use paint. You just want to make sure, friends, as you're doing it, that your black paint is super juicy. So what do I mean by that? That when I'm using tempera cakes in this instance here, you really want to wake up that tempera by rubbing it. You don't want to have a gray, you want to have a nice strong black. And then you can use it, oh look at that, it's resisting. You can use it on your paper just like that. Now, if you start to see some dry, scratchy areas where the paint is not as moist, you just need to re-dip it in the paint, re-dip your brush in the water. This part takes patience. Like, do you see that? That's something that you don't want. So you're going to re-dip your brush in the water, wake up some more paint, and then you're going to go over it. You also need to keep really careful watch of how you hold your paintbrush and really be mindful of, okay, if I touch the tip of my paintbrush down to the paper, what effect is it going to have? If I use the side of my paintbrush, what effect is it going to have? So I would suggest actually before doing it on your final paper, always testing a few different ideas in your sketchbook so that you can make an informed decision when you start your final. Then if you would like to add animals to it, what I did, I decided to do it on a separate piece of paper with a couple of different designs, and then I was just going to glue them on so they were going into the water here. Of course, that is not the way you need to do it. It's completely up to you, but I like having a big space to work on for the background before I start doing my subjects in there. So enjoy, have a good time. I can't wait to see what you come up with.